Welcome to day 1404 of our Focus DSO BitClout journey. 2 days in a row, Ed.
Yeah, 2 days in a row. It's like a streak. Well, I think you need three to make it a streak, right?
Yeah, well, so Focus launched yesterday. It was a little bit delayed, like maybe an hour and a half delayed. They had some issues distributing the Focus coin, but it's here. A little bit buggy, especially yesterday. Things are improving, I think, getting more smooth. But what are your first impressions?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had the chance to test it on testnet, so we kind of knew what was coming. Some of the features that were available on testnet are not available yet on the live version. I think things are going to improve. I think there's a lot of frustration going around, whether you're an investor, whether you're a user, whether you're the core team. I'm sure they've experienced the most frustration in this whole mess. I don't think Ed Moss has slept in like 2 days. Probably the same goes for Natter. But I think they're making progress. I know there are issues with bounties. I know there's issues here and there with referrals, but they are improving these issues, and I think we're going to see further improvements as the days and the hours go along.
Yeah, for me, I noticed that earnings don't appear correctly. Like if I go to my earnings tab, it doesn't show all my earnings. Uh, the bounties, the referrals, we had some issues there. I don't know if that was just us screwing up or if it was an issue that everybody's having. Um, Deso's down too, though. Deso dropped to around $15. I think that a lot of people sold their focus and then took it and then sold their DSO perhaps. Some of the huge accounts that maybe just wanted to get a little bit off the table.
Sell the
But
news, right? Sell the
yeah,
news.
I think so. But I think that, in my opinion, not investment advice, they're selling too early. Uh, but yeah, just a few things you talk about. I think it's great to see a lot of the OGs coming on board. We've seen Doodles, we've seen Salil Sethi, Whale Shark, Goldberry, Darian Parrish, Clay Oglesby. I could keep going and going, but it's nice to see some old faces, but also some new ones are being referred gradually. And like we said earlier yesterday, there's only three referrals per account. And that's because I spoke to Ed Moss this morning. He doesn't want things to grow too rapidly. And I'm glad that they did that because if it did grow too rapidly, these problems that we all saw in the last 24 hours or the last 18 hours would have been exacerbated, and people that were coming on board for the first time would probably have not a great experience. So I'm glad they're doing that. They're gradually going to roll out more referral codes.
Yeah, and I think it's smart because there were some bugs. You don't want to bring the masses on when there's still those bugs. But those who have come on, I think, you're going to probably reap the biggest benefits, right? And I think there's a lot of confusion. You're talking about OGs here, but there's people who are on focus and they don't realize that the DeSo blockchain is actually what Focus is using. And there's actually a whole community around the DeSo blockchain because there were previous apps like BitClout and Diamond app that the community formed on. So that's what
And
Brian
this
was talking about when he
and
talked.
this goes back 4 years about. So like it's crazy how tightly knit some of these people are, even though we haven't been, communicating a ton lately, but there's a lot of people that know a lot of people and it feels like a community already, which
But
is
this is
a
new,
great thing.
right? This is Focus is new, so it's going to be a new community. So welcome to all the people who are signing up to Focus. We're all signing up to Focus for the first time, whether we've been part of the DeSo community or not. So we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah, something that Natter warned people about is that when you are signing up and you get that bounty, and you make that post on X, you have to leave that post up. You can't delete it. At least it has to be left up for 24 hours. I mean, I would just leave it up. Like, I don't see the point of deleting it anyway. It's kind of pointless. But do that, or otherwise, you're not going to be credited with a bounty, right?
Yeah, it's super important for sure, Brian.
So referrals. Do you want to talk about some of the top referrers and referrals and how much some of them earn?
Yeah, so there have been some big referrers who have referred people, and those people would be the referrals if you don't know the difference. So user Ordori at Ordori, Ordori, referred Zaindom, Zayndom, and Zaindom had a $110,000 bounty on him, meaning that Ordori gets an $11,000 referral fee and Zaindom gets $110,000 in locked focus tokens, which is incredible. That's that's why I think this is going to go so viral because there's so much money involved and so much incentive for people not only to sign up but also to refer others. And then there is Bozo is a DSO community member for years and years. He referred Nick O'Neill. You probably know him on X. What's
Choose
his X?
Rich. Choose Rich. He's the guy that makes all those corny videos where he's like this wealthy crypto guy and goes around and and it's fun. We met him in Austin several months back. Great guy.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I remember he crowd surfed at the club in Austin, Texas. But yeah, cool guy. Glad to have him on Focus. I think he's going to be a good contributor, and he's
But-
probably
And
going to
and,
refer a
and
lot of
Ed,
people.
who is Zane Dom? Can you share
Oh
that with
yeah,
us?
so Zane Dom he's a fitness expert, but he also has an OnlyFans account. So I think that we're gonna see a lot of people from OnlyFans coming along because they have the biggest bounties. If you start looking at some of these people on X who are on OnlyFans, their bounties are huge. So I think that we're gonna see a lot of people trying to refer these individuals and also them coming on. And the fact that Focus allows you to lock content, not only lock it for in exchange for money, but also in exchange for subscriptions like OnlyFans does. I think it gives these OnlyFans creators a huge incentive to come on and maybe bring some of their followers on as well.
Yeah, and who were you
There
getting
was
to?
also, yeah, Jay Wolf referred Paquete Real. I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Paquete's real is real. I don't know.
I believe he's from Istanbul or somewhere in that area. Um, but he had a $35,000 bounty, so Jay Wolf got a $3,500 referral bonus, of course, in locked focus tokens. And Whale Shark, he's back, like you mentioned earlier, and he's actually launching a token in 19 hours. It's like his meme creator coin token. So he's actually going to close off his creator coin one and migrate over to creator coin two, which is focus creator coins. And for those who don't know what creator coin ones were, they were the original creator coins on the Deso blockchain.
Yeah, so I want to get to some DSO or some NFTZ stuff. NFTZ is one of our apps that we run on the DSO blockchain. It's interoperable with Focus, of course. Um, but like many people might not know that are coming here new, you can actually stake DSO. So DSO is actually the level one of the Focus app, right? Focus is a level two. You can actually sell your Focus if you want, get DSO, and then stake it at 20% return per year. You can stake it with NFTZ. We have a staking mechanism. It's nftz.me/manage/stake. Also, NFTZ has rolled out batch minting, which allows for on-demand minting with flexible price. You can use creator coins, or you can use Focus just for people to buy it. You can easily
And for
add
those who
in,
don't know, Brian's referring to the minting of NFTs.
yeah.
NFTs exist on the DeSo blockchain.
Yeah, so yeah, for those who don't know, NFTZ is an NFT platform on the Deso blockchain. So you can easily add it all, like all your mints in one. You can do skipping. It's just great. Check it out if you have time. Um, Also, Shark Gang actually uses this. Shark Gang had a very, very successful drop, or I guess minting of NFTs. What was it, yesterday? And that it sold out like I think in 30 minutes or something, the whole series. So that was amazing. I know Mini Mint also uses batch minting on NFTZ. So if you are into NFTs, then check out nftz.me. Any
These are
closing?
NFTs that kind of exist in the Focus ecosystem, something very unique to Focus.
Yeah, so I think in closing, what I would say for today's video is just hang in there. There's still some bugs. They're working through them. Give them some time. I know Natter is up and working hard. Uh, he's been up. Ed Moss might be sleeping. I think he is probably up all
I
night.
don't think he
But
ever sleeps.
yeah, you might be right. But yeah, so just hang in there. I think the next few days, I think after this weekend, think all the bugs are going to be worked out and things should be easier. I think they're going to probably start opening up referrals a little bit more, giving everybody more links. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think, 3 invites is very small, so you can't get too excited about sharing. You got to kind of pick and choose who you want to give that referral to, right? So once that opens up, I think we're going to see a lot more people come on to Focus. I know we're going to see a lot more people come on to Focus because you'll eventually be a refer an unlimited amount, most likely. And I think that's when we're going to see things really explode. So now it's just, get used to using the app, experiment with some of the ways to monetize yourself on the app, some of the things with meme coins and creator coins. You can create your own. A lot of people don't even realize that yet. Experiment with some of the lock content. You can post lock content and charge a fee to unlock individual posts. Also, you can set up your subscriptions and start providing content to your subscribers only. So a lot of cool features that I think people need to learn about, and we'll start talking about some of these in these videos that we make.
Yeah, and I'm just curious if you made it to the end of this video, comment under the video on Focus and say, I made it to the end. I just want to see if anybody actually watches the entire video.
Good point, Brian. Good point. Have a great rest of your day, people.